Hello, I'm Maruk Said, your microbiology guide. Let's explore in-depth micro techniques and uncover groundbreaking insight together on this educational journey into the fascinating realms of microbes.
Right now, there's a quiet revolution happening in labs all over the world. It's this massive shift that is literally rewriting the rulebook for how we discover, well, everything, from brand new medicines to materials that could change the world.
I mean, just stop and think about that for a second. What if a process that usually takes an entire career, a whole lifetime, could be squeezed down into just a few months? This isn't some far-off sci-fi dream anymore. It's the very real promise of a totally new kind of science. But to really get where we're going, we've got to understand where we've been. For more than a century, science has been powered by human hands. And that's amazing, it's heroic, but it's also incredibly slow, expensive, and just really manual.
If you have watched till here, don't forget to subscribe to Family of Science Lovers. Press the bell icon button so you are always updated.
And the difference is it's night and day. On one side, you've got the lab we all picture, right? Scientists manually moving liquids, scribbling in paper notebooks, and using machines that are basically islands. They don't talk to each other. But on the other side, you've got the modern lab. It's this connected, automated ecosystem where data just flows from machine to the cloud seamlessly.
And the cost of doing things the old way, it's staggering. I mean, traditional labs are absolute energy hogs, using up to 10 times the power of a regular office. And that's not just an energy problem. That inefficiency is a direct brake on the speed of discovery itself.
So, what's flipping the switch? What's the engine behind all this change? Well, it's really the collision of two amazing technologies, artificial intelligence and robotics, finally working together in a way we've just never seen before. And the big idea here is something called total laboratory automation, or TLA. Now, this isn't about just having one robot in a corner doing one repetitive task. No. This is about creating a single smart system where samples move on tiny conveyor belts, get handled by robotic arms, and are analyzed by AI-powered cameras, all without a single human hand touching them.
And look, this is not some fringe idea. The big players in the industry, like Thermo Fisher Scientific, are all in. They're making it super clear that this combo of AI and robotics is about to completely change the game for how science gets done. We're talking about speeding up discoveries that will affect all of us.
So this all leads us to this incredible new reality, the self-driving lab. Think about that name. It's a place where the AI isn't just crunching the numbers after the fact. It's actually the one calling the shots and running the show. Just let that sink in for a minute. These labs can run the entire scientific method, the whole loop, all by themselves. The AI comes up with an idea, it designs the experiment, it tells the robots what to do, it analyzes the results, and then, and this is the magic part, it learns from that and decides what the next experiment should be. All of this happening 24/7, 365. No coffee breaks. And this is the actual gear that makes it all possible. We're talking about robotic arms that can move thousands of tiny liquid samples with superhuman precision, automated microscopes and plate readers that can analyze countless experiments at once, and of course, massive sequencing machines that read DNA at a scale that was impossible just a few years ago. But, the robots are just the hands. The real brain is this incredibly complex stack of software. Way up top in the cloud, you've got these massive AI engines doing the heavy lifting and training. Then in the middle, you have what's basically an autonomous scientist AI that's dreaming up the experiments. And all the way down at the bottom, you have AI right on the robots themselves, on the edge, making split-second decisions.
And if you're wondering about the scale we're talking about, well, get this. Just 2 of these next-gen labs being built right now are planning to have a combined 111 robots. These aren't just labs anymore. They are becoming full-blown factories for biology.
Okay, so the tech is cool, for sure. But what really, really matters are the results. And honestly, they are absolutely mind-blowing. Just look at this timeline. 15 years. That's the typical grueling timeline to develop a new drug. But now, AI-driven companies are just shattering that. In Silico Medicine took an idea to a phase 1 trial in just 30 months. Exscientia got an AI-designed molecule into human trials in under a year. This isn't just an improvement, it's a completely different league.
And the hard numbers tell the same story. For really tricky stuff like producing specific proteins, we're seeing costs get slashed by 40%. The amount of experiments you can run, the throughput, is skyrocketing by 10 times. And because robots don't get tired or make typos, those tiny, costly errors, they're dropping by as much as 50%.
Download our Microbiology study app made for researchers like you.
And this is already leading to actual real-world breakthroughs. The AI-native company Recursion just proved that one of its AI-discovered drugs works in a clinical setting, showing a huge 43% reduction in polyps for patients with a very serious genetic disorder. This is AI jumping from the computer screen directly into a patient's life for the better. Okay, so with all this automation in AI, there's the obvious question. What happens to the scientists? Are they all going to be replaced? And the answer, pretty emphatically, is no. But their jobs are changing in a huge way. We're seeing this whole new role emerge called the scientific translator. This is a person who gets both worlds. They understand the messy, complex reality of biology, but they also speak the language of AI and machine learning. Their job is to be the bridge, to ask the AI the smartest questions, and to make sense of the answers it gives back. At the end of the day, it's all about partnership. The humans are still the strategists. They set the big goals, they put up the safety guardrails, and they provide that crucial scientific intuition. The AI then becomes this incredible, tireless partner that does the legwork at lightning speed. It's this human-AI team-up that's going to find the patterns we could never see on our own. Of course, with this much power comes a whole new set of responsibilities and, well, risks. We have to go into this with our eyes wide open and be honest about the new challenges we're creating for ourselves. I mean, think about it. The same amazing tools that can design a cure for a disease could, if they fell into the wrong hands, be misused. If our AI models are trained on biased data, they could actually make health inequalities worse, not better. And when your entire lab is one giant connected computer network, that opens up a whole new world of cyber threats. We desperately need new rules and new ethical frameworks to make sure we're guiding this technology safely.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon button. Thank you.